Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me on Veritas as I slowly get back into the idea of streaming and start thinking about how I will be changing the format and everything. And yes, tonight I'm wearing the anti-blue light glasses because I'm trying to reduce eye strain. I'm trying to take care of myself, doing the physical activity, taking care of the eyes, and also more than anything trying to avoid the potential looming threat of coronavirus here in Japan. It's not that bad yet, but it is something to be mindful of. Anyway, today we got some JP news, and surprisingly it is like a fair amount of stuff I like, and even something to do with one of my more recent videos to deal with Dark Visions. The raid this month turns out that it's not going to be well, it's not going to be related to Type O. I guess we're done with the Type O units. Maybe, back in just back a long time ago, there were a lot of Type O events while we were waiting for other Final Fantasies. I mean, hell, it took over 4 years to get Selphie and Quistis in the game, and that's something I have not yet ready to forgive Alum and Gummy, but regardless, Dark Visions will be the theme of the raid for this month, with a brand new banner featuring 3 new Esper characters. And something to note, all 3 of these characters are Fest units. Very little surprise. Like I said, I think that Alum really does the Fest thing just way too much. But it does mean that these 3 units will be powerful, and we got Lid, we got Jake, and we got Dark Fina. And when I said these were going to be things that I like Bahamut. Bahamut is always going to be my favorite summon. Yeah, there's some cool stuff like Final Fantasy IX's Alexander, and the summons that are you have no idea how excited I am for the summons in Final Fantasy VII Remake, including Neo Bahamut, who is my favorite version of Bahamut in all of existence. I don't care. I know Bahamut Zero, a lot of people like it. Neo Bahamut's way cooler. Anyway, Bahamut Dark Fina, I think, will be just a really powerful mage character, and I'm interested in trying for her. I definitely wouldn't go all out. I wouldn't break the bank or anything for her, but she has been and still is. Her original Fest unit is incredibly powerful, and if the Esper units are any indication, this will be a very powerful mage-based character. She is a Fest, of course. She's not a CG. Limit Burst, Self Magic Up, AoE, Wind, Earth, Dark, Imperil, plus damage mods up, and Dark damage allows for Quadricast for 4 turns, so she, it's going to be the standard mage kit with Chaining Group 3 and Chaining Group 4 for multiple elements. There shouldn't be anything surprising there. Her TMR is interesting, to say the least. TMR, 50% magic and magic dragon killer. King of Dragons, what can you say? Super TMR is a whip with magic in the dark element and magic true dual wield, so that kind of tells me what direction they are going with this character. True dual wield plus just quadricasting, imperils, all that good stuff. I think she's going to be incredibly powerful, and Bahamut. So, of course, absolutely cool. Would love to get my hands on her. I would even get just one of her and use the All Prism on her because I would want her right away. Less exciting, but still a Fest unit, is Phoenix Jake. Phoenix Jake basically looks like he is going to be a Noctis or Regina, which isn't interesting to me. I mean, Limit Burst, AoE damage, Self Re-Raise, damage mods up, TMR, 50% attack up, some fire resistance and auto regen. Super TMR is a gun with guts effect, 172 attack. But the thing is I just don't care that much about Jake. I have never cared that much about Jake, and I will probably continue to not care just not that much for Jake. He doesn't look it looks like he's gone back to a little bit of his Season 1 style, which I do prefer a little bit more. But this character, he's never connected with me. I'm I'm not a big fan of him. If I do get a rainbow, it's probably going to be him. God damn it. Anyway, yeah, I think, like, even if there's some really powerful, like, single hitters in the game already, to be, like, right now, Fang Bahamut, the FF13 character, is really, really powerful, and Sid is also really, really powerful. So he's less exciting. Maybe they've finally made a Jake that is just so incredibly powerful that we will all have to sit up and take notice, but I'm not counting those phoenixes before they're hatched, so I'm not excited. And the last one is Lid with Lakshmi, which I'm sure I've mispronounced. Limit Burst, AoE damage, Full Break, Chance of Charm, TMR, Materia 20%, Materia HP 20%, Spirit 20%, Attack 20%, chance of countering physical or magical attacks with an AoE All Ailments Cure. Super TMR, Hammer with some attacks and Spirit, and grants use of a couple of abilities. Limit Burst, Fill Rate up, AoE, Stop, and or Charm. 3 abilities. So 1 for Stop, 1 for Charm, 1 for Limit Burst Fill. Here's the thing. She sounds a lot like a certain other Fest breaker, Riku from Final Fantasy X-2. You know, obviously it changes in her kit, but that's the one that she's really got to me to break. Or, like, she has to be better than that, or she has to be better than Elfin. And both of them are already pretty good, and I just, even, like, I don't know how much more room there is for breakers to go. So, like, if she has a cooldown that's AoE, Dispel, and Full Break, that's cool flavor text right there. The idea that, you know, Lakshmi's a bit of a healer, and I wonder how much of her kit will actually be, you know, maybe towards the healing side, or how much is just towards breaks. But, like, the whole Lid and Jake just feel like, okay. I mean, there's their summon versions. Not overly exciting to me. But I think that Bahamut Dark Vina is more than interesting enough to give it a shot for this banner. And that's generally the way I feel about this banner. I feel like, you know, if you're hurting for mages, or you're a big Bahamut fan, that's probably, you know, what you'll want to go for. It does have the panel system. I'm not overly crazy about it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll just hit, you know, the best one, out of the best option out of all of that. Who knows? I guess we will find out. But there are a few other things to note. Dark Visions is the theme of the raid this month, and looks like there is going to be some, you know, challenges, which is kind of interesting. I like the idea always of having like more things to do as a community. Other than that, it's a raid. You know, that's how it goes. And of course, there will be the Dark Visions 2, which will be taking place. Yes, there's the raid right there. As you can see, bit of community rewards, it looks like, for how many times it gets beaten down. There will also be a couple of campaigns going on. And the campaigns include 1 energy cost world missions. So if you want to get those world missions done, sounds pretty good time to do it. Half price unit awakening for Gil. Interesting. That would have been better if I had known that a while ago. Feel like you could probably just do that anyway. A 5,000 Lapis gift, just because Alum is the most generous company in the entire world. And a 1 daily pull free that includes Summon Festival units too. Best of luck to you. I'm not counting. I never get anything from those, but anyway. And the last thing is to do with, wait for it, I just gotta find it. Probably my favorite thing of this update, because the banner, you know, and the raid, well, you know, and Dark Visions, you know, I've been, like, pretty much all what we expected, but this is the new trial, and this is the thing that I gotta say I am really, really, really excited about. It is a trial of the Veritases. Veritas, I guess maybe that's just the name of their group. The Veritas have always been, in their armor forms, have always been my favorite thing about Brave Exvius. It is no secret if you go back that I really disliked Season 2 of Brave Exvius, and Season 3 hasn't exactly done anything for me. It's different, and I don't think it's bad. I just am not really in love with the character design or anything. It feels like a hodgepodge to me, kind of, and but I've always loved Season 1. Season 1 felt like a real, just a kind of classic Final Fantasy story where, you're going through and there's these armored characters that are evil, that are threatening the world kind of thing. I really enjoyed that as a story, and to see them get their own trial is really cool. You will get a great sword from it, a 186 attack great sword with some physical damage versus dragons, which is really cool. I think this would be also just a great weapon to get your hand on for a lot of the physical damage dealers in the game. The Mog tips, they will absorb their respective elements, so that could be pretty cool, trying to do this fight, and, you have to be very careful about what elements you bring, or maybe you don't, but sounds interesting to me. And bring human killers because they're human, obviously. But yeah, I've always just really loved this. This is probably the most, just my favorite piece of art from all of Brave Exvius history. Just Water Veritas, of course, my great love. Thunder Veritas is cool. Earth Veritas. Light Veritas, my other great love. Dark Veritas, the cool one I never got until 3.5 years later into this game. Wind Veritas, okay, I'm not big on the whole wings on armor thing. But Ice Veritas is there too, and he looks great as well. And of course, Fire Veritas, big bowl, kind of standard. But this is a really cool trial. I love that this is a thing. I love the artwork for it. It looks just really great. I'm excited for it. This might even be a trial I do, even though it's probably going to be too difficult. And just a shout out on the continuing of the positivity thing that I've been doing. This and the Chocobo trial recently are just really cool looking trials. I love the fun stuff that they do with these trials sometimes. They can be really, really cool. So just a shout out for the designers who made this stuff. But yeah, that's kind of the news. The only other thing that I would like to say is on a War of the Visions note, yeah, I want to talk about that. I am really hoping that the War of the Visions kind of connects more to Brave Exvius through the Veritas units. We know that Gilgamesh is the Ice Veritas. I'm 99% sure that hasn't been redacted somewhere. But I really would love to see, War of the Visions connect and show off more of those characters in the past. And just in general, kind of, these are the characters that I would really love to see in War of the Visions. Because one thing, it is that same world, even though, there's a big time gap or whatever, but, maybe them leading into getting their armor. I would just be really happy to get them in their armor in War of the Visions. That would be, just crazy, make me happy kind of thing. So do it, Alan, do it, Gummy, you want my money, do it! But anyway, Bahamut Vina, I will definitely try for, looking forward to all of this stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are interested. It's not Type O, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. And yes, I do like Type O. So thanks for watching. See you next time.